Today we're going to be sharing with you 3 secrets to intercepting in doubles.
Yes, stop blaming your partner, take some responsibility, and only intercept at the right time.
Let's get into it. In this video, we're going to be helping you learn when to intercept at the net in doubles.
Yes, we are making an assumption that all of you are already incredible volleyers. It just don't know when to go across and play that intercepting volley.
Yeah, decision making in tennis is probably the hardest element in doubles, even more so. And when you're that server's partner, that attacking net player right at the front, when do you hold your ground? When do you cover your tram line? When do you dive across and try and poach the baseline opponent's shot? That is the question.
Yes, and the point is, if you do this at the right time, if you make good decisions, the execution of the technical skill actually gets very, very easy because you've got lots of time, you're close to the net, and in theory, you've got a nice easy ball coming towards you as well. Less talk, more action. Tip number 1 is coming right up.
So, tip number 1, the first thing that I'm looking for if I'm playing doubles the attacking volleyer, I'm looking for my baseline opponent and I'm looking at the direction of their last step.
Yes, that's right. That last step your opponent takes tells you a lot about the shot that is coming next. Usually, if they are stepping forwards, that means they are about to attack, or at least they are not under huge amounts of pressure. If your opponent isn't under huge amounts of pressure, that probably means not a good time to intercept.
Yeah, you might even potentially shuffle back a bit, cover your line maybe, be wary.
Yes, so in that case, Joshua, what are we looking for?
So we are looking for a backward step. We're looking for weight transfer going the wrong direction, stepping back, moving back, and then it's just their racket coming forwards. The chances of a player who's gone backwards then pulling out a winner down the line, unlikely.
Still possible.
Still possible, unlikely. Which is why if I'm playing and I see that last step go back, I'm gambling. Before they've struck the ball, I'm starting towards the middle, moving across, knowing that I'm very likely to be getting a cross-court, more defensive ball.
Again, that's it. If they're moving backwards, they are probably defending, which gives you a chance to attack. If they're moving forwards, they are probably attacking, in which case you're more likely to defend. Really, really simple. Keep your eyes on the opponent, and especially their direction of movement.
Tip number 2, and actually my personal favourite.
Oh yeah? Yeah. Tell the ladies and gentlemen then.
So friends, this is what I am looking for when I'm that attacking net player. I'm looking for all 3 of these things, but this one in particular, and it is the angle of the racket face. If the racket face is open, so when they're contacting the ball it is up, that means their shot has to go up. Or if it's got a slice on it, it's going to be slow through the air. So as soon as I see that racket angle pop open and the ball's either going to go up or slow, well, time to go, time to gamble. The chance of someone trying to pass you down the line with a slow shot or a lofted shot, unlikely.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, you may have seen one of our other videos where we were playing with ATP Pro Josh Paris.
Different Josh,
much better at tennis. And he actually said he hadn't played a slice in a competitive match for about 2 years, he reckoned. So this is kind of the point. If you're having to slice on a doubles court, you're in big trouble because you're going to have to play a slow, probably cross-court ball. So if you see your opponent about to do that as the net player, that's your big green light, go for it, time to intercept.
I have a small caveat. And this is from experience.
Yep.
When people open their racket face and go to slice, it's one of the easier shots to last minute adjust.
True.
So if you see someone's racket face go open, you can't just go. You have to think to yourself, I probably am going to be able to go on this one, but you have to wait a little bit later than maybe you want to, because if you go a step too early and they see, it's easy to kind of break their wrists and change the direction of the ball and then just slide it down the line.
But obviously, because the ball is likely to be slower, it doesn't matter if you have to wait a little bit longer. Again, caveat 2 could be a lob, and if that is the case, again, there's not much you can do about it anyway, but this is patterns of play. What is your opponent tending to do? If you see their racket face open, most players are going to slice cross court most of the time, or they're going to lob most of the time. So this again is just generally paying attention to the story of the game.
So if you see both those things happen, the racket face open and a backward step, boy oh boy, ready to eat. Aaron Jones. I know, Zeke, isn't it, that eats?
Cut.
Tip number 3, and we know this is a good one.
Because
ATP number 164, Josh, this was his first tip, and we were like, oh, we know all about that. We filmed it ages ago.
So, to be exact, it is about the direction of your partner's shot. So, essentially, court dimensions. And what we're looking at is if your partner has served out wide, what they have essentially done is they've opened the court. They've created lots of space and lots of angles. Now this makes your job difficult.
Angles are bad if you're the volleyer.
Yes, because you've got too much court to cover. But as soon as your partner goes down the middle of the court and narrows everything, life gets much, much easier as a net player, because in theory you just become bigger. The court is smaller, so therefore you are filling more of the space. The ball is more likely to come towards you. You don't even have to do quite so much work because it's almost coming straight at you almost.
Yeah, there's just very little angle back inside you down your line. If you step into the middle on a ball that's come down the centre of the court, a tee serve, or just a shot in a rally that's narrower, it's hard to get you back down your line. So the amount of space you're leaving the opponent to avoid you is very small, thus making it much easier for you to intercept. So if the ball bounces narrow, I'm stepping in towards the court to narrow it down. If the ball goes wide, I'm following it out wide to cover the line. Makes it harder for me to go and intercept, so not what I'm trying to do for the purpose of this video, but covering the court appropriately. So you follow the line of your partner's shot, you're more likely to then be within range of an intercepting volley from that point. I think it's important to note that when these things happen, or one or two or all three of them happen, that is about the decision of when to go and when it's likely for you to be able to get a type of ball that you can put away. It doesn't necessarily mean, however, that you will be able to get it, because if someone's narrow, step back under the racket face, they might just lift it just above you. They might still be able to slice it just wide enough than you. But it's so much more likely to be in your reach than if the ball was wide and you didn't follow it and their last step was forwards and their racket face is over the ball. Then it can go down the line and past you in all sorts of different ways. And so the decision of should I gamble, should I move, should I go early is harder to make. And that's the important bit to add here, I think. So those are our 3 tips, or kind of.
Kind of one, kind of 3. These are all 3 parts of the same whole. We are trying to put our opponent in a disadvantageous position and recognise that we have done that and then capitalise upon it.
Yeah, or recognise that our partner has done that job for us. They've created the pressure, they've made them step back, they've made them open their racket face, they've made them move more central, thus giving you the opportunity to then do the fun bit, step into the middle, bish bash bosh, points done, winner winner, chicken dinner.
It should be just bish, because it's only one volley. It wouldn't be bish bash bosh, that would be 3 volleys.
Yeah, but maybe I'm playing like Federer down the other end who keeps getting everything back. It takes me 3 times to get it past him.
Oh, okay.
But yes,
okay.
bosh. If you enjoyed this video, and if you have other things that you look for, any other secret sauce, secret tips that you've spotted, people often do this and they always go cross court, it's a chance to intercept, let us know in the comments. These are the 3 things that we have found the most common in club players. What else is there? As always, share it to your tennis fraternity. Make sure everyone gets this information. Enjoy your tennis, play more tennis, have fun, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you very much for watching.
Good night!